shorts that we're running here on the channel. And today, if you can't tell, I'll be doing a short on one Trevor Lawrence, Mr. Sunshine, modern day Ronnie Bass. So what is it about Trevor Lawrence, right? He just has that appeal. We heard the generational quarterback talent, had a absolutely horrible rookie year. Absolutely atrocious. As did a lot of the rookie quarterbacks, not named Mac Jones or Davis Mills. But Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, we missed on a lot. But what I've always said, with quarterbacks, we need a little bit of patience. Cases like Josh Allen. Now, he's a special case because he changed his entire mechanics and nobody saw that coming. But sometimes they take a year or two. If he doesn't do it this year and you want to panic, go ahead. Absolutely go ahead. But let's look at it. Let's kick it off. Let's look at Trevor Lawrence. So, QB 11 and 29th overall on Keep Trade Cut. On Odico, he's going at the 304 in 12-team Superflex startups. QB 12. So right about same range for just about everybody, no matter which one you're using. Now, one of the things that factors in heavily into my belief still in Trevor Lawrence was Urban fucking Meyer and how bad he was. Urban was a damn disaster in the NFL. And I let myself get talked into it last year that the offense would be fun and we think we're going to run the whole college thing and it's going to be amazing. And it was an absolute dumpster fire and a shit show, which ultimately ended in him getting fired. So, Urban Meyer, we should have known. What has he ever done at the quarterback position to make you inspired from an NFL standpoint? Now, college quarterbacks, he's had some great college quarterbacks. He might have had some of the best of all time. If I think about my youth and thinking about Tim Tebow, one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. If I think about how exciting he was when he had Braxton Miller, J.T. Barrett, people will point, well, he had Joe Burrow at Ohio State. Joe Burrow wasn't Joe Burrow until he left Ohio State and went down to LSU. But his best one, maybe Alex Smith. Had the most type of success in the NFL, but that's it. Everything else was a flop. So, out Urban Meyer, in my man, Dougie Fresh, former Eagles quarterback, or Eagles head coach, not quarterback, Eagles head coach. I just got thinking about quarterbacks. I got so excited. But Eagles head coach, who has shown in his limited time being a head coach, thank you for bringing us the Super Bowl, Dougie, that he can develop and put competent NFL quarterback play onto the field, as evidenced by the fact that Carson Wentz was on an MVP trajectory in 2017 before he tore his ACL. And if you want to discount that entirely, he took a backup in Nick Foles who has done fuck all since then, before then, took him to the Super Bowl and outdueled Tom Brady in the damn Super Bowl. So, I think Dougie gets a little bit more leeway than one Urban Meyer. Let's look at some stats for Trevor Lawrence. Number 4 in the league in money throws. Now, granted, very bad in interceptable passes. But he was hot and he was cold. But it's good to see that he had number 4 in the entire league in money throws. Pretty damn impressive from him. And one of the stats that stood out to me, did you guys know that Trevor Lawrence was number 1 in the entire league in drop passes? These guys couldn't hold on to the fucking football to save their life. I wonder how that's going to go with Mr. Drops Evan Ingram in town. Could be another problem, but we'll get to that in a little bit. One of the other things that we want to look at, he is mobile. Number 5 in the entire league in carries for the quarterback position. He got 334 yards. He was averaging 0.7 red zone rushing attempts, so he is a threat to punch one in for 6, which is really good for us in fantasy. Some of the other reasons that I like it, I mentioned Evan Ingram's over there, but let's look at some of the other signings. Christian Kirk, I think he's underrated. Is he worth $20 million? I'm not one to count man's money, but I would say probably not, but a good welcome addition. Another weapon. Zay Jones, kind of underrated. Decent enough deep threat. Doesn't hurt to give him more options in the passing game. The aforementioned Evan Ingram, if he ever puts it together, he could be one hell of a tight end, but I don't know if we're ever going to see it. But, hey, he's a name. The one that I really like that kind of snuck under the radar is an Iowa guy. All-pro Brandon Scherff at guard helping shore up that offensive line a little bit more. And the return of Trevor Lawrence's college best friend, buddy, roommate, teammate, the shower narrative, Trevor Etienne is back. So, if we look in the terms of value, what would I do with Trevor Lawrence? He's been a screaming buy for me because I think he's been devalued and people are still put off of like what happened last year. If you remember, he was going in the first round of Dynasty startups last year. Pretty aggressive for a rookie. We're probably going to make the same mistake in 2023. Let's just be honest. People don't ever learn from their shit that they do. They just keep repeating the same mistakes. But right now, I think he should probably go in about the mid to back end of the second. He's been going in the early part of the third, as you can tell by Adiko's ADP 304. So I still think there is some value in there. So for me personally, if I'm looking at it, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence over any wide receiver. Yes, I said it. Any. That includes Jamar Chase. That includes Justin Jefferson. Any wide receiver. Give me the quarterback in Superflex. Give me the second-year guy in Superflex. I would much rather take him. You can give me all the bullshit longevity arguments that you want. Fact remains, Trevor Lawrence is going to buy another at least 3 to 4 years just on being the number one overall selection alone. Not even if he's that talented. As long as you're not Jamarcus Russell, you're going to get a shot somewhere. So just on strict longevity. But I also believe he does have the talent. Some other players that are going before Trevor Lawrence. Breece Hall. I love Breece Hall to death, man. I absolutely love Breece Hall to death, but quarterbacks run the world of Superflex. Give me the quarterback. Mark Andrews, even in tight end premiums, it's going to have to be a heavy tight end premium. We're talking like 0.75 or 1 point, and probably a start 2 tight end, where positional scarcity really comes in for me to value Mark Andrews more than I value Trevor Lawrence. There's only one tight end in the entire league I would take before Trevor Lawrence, and his name is Kyle Pitts. And maybe the most controversial outside of the wide receiver thing, but with all the hype on 2023, I will take Trevor Lawrence over any 2023 first, outside of it being the 101 guaranteed lock. Even if I think, this is like maybe 104, 103, I'll send it away straight up for one Trevor Lawrence. Now, tell me why I'm crazy. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment down below why I'm a dumbass. I appreciate everything, all the feedback that I get, even if you want to disagree with me. Actually, that's some of my favorite. I don't like everybody telling me I'm right all the time. I want to have a good discussion. That's what we're here for, to get better, to give you my perspective, and I want to know yours. I want to know what I'm arguing against and what I'm fighting against. It also helps me with value, but we appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate you tapping in. It's going to do it for me. I'm out of here. Peace.